Hey guys, happy MoviePass Monday on a Thursday. Now, this is a late in the week edition of MoviePass Monday because I wanted to see how the AMC Stubs A-List plan worked out. So, AMC Stubs rolled out officially on Tuesday, June 26th, the AMC Stubs A-List. And it's a bit of a mouthful, but it's basically a MoviePass kind of system, costs a bit more, has some interesting perks. But I wanted to go over the 7 things that the AMC Stubs A-List, and I hate saying it, just takes so long to say it, has over MoviePass. So AMC, the plan is $19.95 a month, and you can watch up to 3 movies a week. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. But let's go over the advantages that it has over MoviePass. Number 1 is that you have access to premium screenings. So we're talking about IMAX. We're talking about the Real D 3D. We're talking about the Dolby Cinema, which is with those nice little electric reclining seats in most cases. So they have a lot of premium experiences. Not all of them, the IMAX virtual reality and some of those are not included, but most of the premium stuff that you probably have at your theater is included in this plan. A pretty big deal since you can't do it at all as of now through MoviePass, and when you do, it will cost a bit more. So there's that. Number 2 is that you can see the same movie again and again and again. Again, you're limited to the 3 movies a week, but if you want to see Hereditary 3 times this week, each time to figure out what the hell did I just watch, you can do that. If you want to see all the Easter eggs in the Avengers Infinity War or the Incredibles, you can do that. There's no blackout when you've already seen a movie, but again, it's part of the 3 movies, so if you wanted to see a movie 3 times, that's it, you're done. But you can even see the same movie 3 times, any movie really, 3 times in the same day. It's not like 1 per day. You can actually say, all right, I'm going to use all my 3 screenings on Saturday. I'm going to see one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, and you don't have to duck out and sneak into a theater like you used to. I know you well. Number 3 is that there's online and app ordering. So before MoviePass, when I wanted to go see a movie at my local AMC, I would just buy the tickets either online or through the app and just go right up to the ticket taker, and they would scan it, and boom, I'd be in. With MoviePass, of course, we all know is a little different. You check in, and then you have to go to a kiosk or a cashier, an actual box office cashier, to process a physical ticket that you then take to the ticket taker, and it can be a bit of a chore, especially on busy days. So especially on crowded weekend nights when even the kiosks have a line, it could be a little bit of a buzzkill. So AMC is different. You can just order them online, and boom, you're there. You go straight to the box office, and they scan your phone. Number 4. Advanced reservations, and this is another pretty big deal. With MoviePass, as you know, you're limited to day of screening, so you can only, like once morning comes around, you wake up, right now I can buy a ticket for the movie I wanted to see later that night. And this is a pretty big deal, especially when you have to check in at a theater and buy a ticket for some popular screenings that they may sell out, or some of the people that have reserved seatings where by the time that day rolls around for a popular screening, you're pretty much limited to the corners and in the back or in the very front, the seats everyone always hates, the one in the front row. So stuff like that, it can be an issue with MoviePass. It's not with AMC. AMC's A-List, once the tickets go on sale, you can go ahead and just order them. And again, there's a 3 movie maximum, so you have like 3 reservation slots that you can have. So if you wanted to see a movie that's already, let's say, a big screening that's happening, 2-3 weeks from now, and it's already on sale, you can buy it, but it will take up one of your 3 slots. So you would have to, take one out before you go to the next one. A lot of plans do stuff like that, sort of like the Disney Fast Pass for pass holders, where you can have like 7 days, and once you use one, you can get another one. So, but there's 3 advanced reservations that you can have at any time, including the one you want to see at the moment. So there's that, which is an advantage, the fact that you can clearly plan out ahead of time, and with people you want to go to, all right, we're going to go to do that again. And not just that, and this is not one of the items, but you can also buy additional tickets right from this app, something that MoviePass expects to add in July, but it is something that right now, as of June, it's still a feature where you can actually add people to the tickets, and you will pay those tickets, but you can make sure that you're all sitting together. Something that could be an issue with MoviePass when you're all even people with MoviePass trying to square away seats one next to one another. Number 5 is that the AMC Stubs Premier Plan that costs $15 a year is included in the A-List. And of course you're thinking, $15 a year, that's like about $1.25 of what I'm paying, $19.95. It's a small sliver of it, but it is a savings, and AMC Stubs Premier is a cool little plan for people that go to AMC often. First of all, you have your own dedicated concession line, which is shorter than the regular line more often than not. So you have like a concierge type service with your concessions, and you also can get refills on the large popcorns and large drinks. And you also get, you get points. The regular AMC Stubs also gets points, but you do get points on purchase. And more importantly, for AMC Stubs Premier, on your birthday, you get a large popcorn and a large soda. And that almost usually is nearly what you pay for the whole year, is that large popcorn, large soda that gets to you free on every birthday that you have. So every year, you have many birthdays a year. And then number 6, AMC Stubs, and this is one that I think is sort of, this may be controversial, but AMC Stubs A-List Premier doesn't make you feel like a crook. It almost feels like with MoviePass, and again, I know why they're doing it, but there's this extra stress level of I have to take a photo of my ticket. I have to then send it, make sure that the theater has good connection so I can actually send it. And sometimes it doesn't send. There's a lot of app issues and stuff like that. And most of us are already in the place where we have to verify the tickets that we're purchasing to make sure that you're not using a debit card to buy something else. And I keep ticket stubs now for a couple weeks, which is something I didn't used to do, just because I fear that they're going to say, oh, hey, wait a minute, this ticket stub you submitted 3 weeks ago doesn't look like it's clear. Can you send it to me again? So there's this extra level. A MoviePass, for better or worse, has sort of become like the Seinfeld episode with the soup Nazi, where you have to do everything by see a movie, get the stub, take a picture, submit it, make sure you hold it on to the stub just in case if anything should happen. All these other processes in place. And while you're thinking it doesn't really matter if you're doing right, if you're an honest MoviePass user, it shouldn't be a hassle to take a picture and do it. I am an honest MoviePass user, and to me it's always like, what if I lose the stub? What if the wrong stub gets printed out? What if anything can happen? And it's almost like no MoviePass for you. So these are issues that weigh on MoviePass, and AMC Stubs doesn't, because you don't need to do it because they are the theater. They're the gateway. They know what's going on. And number 7, finally, AMC isn't likely to go out of business within the next year. And not just because, it's in the process of, it's already owned by a large Chinese company at this point, but they were profitable even before that. They're turning a profit. And MoviePass clearly is not losing a lot of money with every passing month. But you have a case with AMC that they also control everything. So they are the gateway. There's not going to be any tricks or anything done that they can't control. Like MoviePass, who knows? AMC doesn't let you use AMC Stubs. Say they don't. Regal does this. All these different rules. AMC is the gatekeeper. There's no middleman. It's cutting it out so you actually can know that you're going in and say, I'm going to see this AMC movie at an AMC theater. AMC has this information, and they have that data. While MoviePass is trying to make money by collecting data on viewing usage, all they really have is your stubs and how much you're spending. AMC is going to have more data because it knows exactly who you are, what you're doing, and what you're buying, the concessions you're buying at the time. So there's a lot of things that AMC has will benefit from this that MoviePass does not have access to. So at this point, you may think, oh, it's a no-brainer. AMC Stubs A-List is great. It's the way to go. But let's go back to some ways that MoviePass is superior. 3 ways. And number 1, of course, is pricing. MoviePass is half the price, $9.95 versus $19.95. Technically a little less than half, but let's say half for rounding purposes. And also with AMC Stubs, the issue with the issue with MoviePass is that we don't know how surge pricing will have an effect on things. So if you wind up being someone that's going to a lot of high premium, Friday, Saturday night openings of major movies, or if you want to see IMAX and Dolby and 3D screenings, it's going to cost you through MoviePass. In July, they're going to give you the options that you can actually do. Surge pricing is going to happen if you're going to go to screenings. And if you want to see the IMAX or the premium or real 3D or anything like that, they will charge extra, a few bucks extra. So a couple movies that way and maybe 1 or 2 surge pricing deals later, and that's it. You'll already be paying more than you will with AMC. But that brings us to the second point. It's good at all theaters. And I guess I should say technically almost all theaters, since there are a few theaters that are not part of the program. But it's out there. It's a great deal to go out there, and you're not limited to AMC. So if your go-to theater is not AMC, this is pretty much a decision that's made for you. You don't need the AMC A-List unless you want to go drive out of your way to have these premium screenings and all this matters to you. It is how it is. And number 3 is that MoviePass still has the movie every day mantra versus AMC, which is 3 movies every week. So 3 movies versus 7 movies is a big difference. But of course, we all know that since MoviePass does not allow you to see the same movie twice, there probably aren't more than 3 movies opening in any given week that you want to see. So that may not be such a big deal for people who actually have MoviePass. I mean, there are still MoviePass people out there that are seeing more than 3 movies a week. Odds are they want to probably live in a movie theater. They want to move into a movie theater. They want to just enjoy the air conditioning. And that may be an issue. I don't know how they're finding their ways around to just finding all those movies that they're not seeing. But AMC and MoviePass, there is that big difference, in theory, in the benefit of MoviePass. So that's it. That's 7 things in favor of the AMC Stubs A-List, which rolled out on Tuesday, and it's a great deal. And then we have the 3 advantages that MoviePass has over the AMC new program. And it's pretty much the easiest solution is just to buy both. And that's what I'm doing. My go-to theater is an AMC. I live just 2 blocks away, so I can literally check in. I've had a great time with MoviePass because I can check in from my home. I'm literally, I guess, 100 yards from the movie theater. So I've always been able to check in from my home and then go in and buy the tickets. So there's some flexibility to do that. But then you're thinking, well, with AMC, why don't I just sign the AMC and just leave MoviePass alone? No, because first of all, there may be movies, there may be that 4th movie I want to see in any given week. And since there will be overlap, you can see anything on the AMC plan, but you can see a movie that you saw on AMC through a MoviePass. So it can be a second screening of the same movie, but you're doing it with your MoviePass for the first time. And also, there are other theaters that I still have used my MoviePass for. There's one theater, there's a Landmark near me which has e-ticketing. And unlike the take a picture of the photo of the stub, you presented this whole, again, this whole, no MoviePass for you soup Nazi thing. There is the fact that with this e-ticketing, it's a great deal. And the tickets to this theater that are the e-ticketing theater are all more than $9.95 a month. So I'm already saving money if I just use that once a month I go to that theater. So I'm definitely not leaving MoviePass, but I am signing up for the A-List. And you're thinking, well, $30 a month. This whole thing is now starting to sound like the old MoviePass that was $30 a month. But even that had its restrictions. So the new plan, AMC Stubs A-List, they surprised me. They surprised everybody with a plan that actually makes financial sense for consumers. Again, if you watch one IMAX movie or one premium screening, definitely 2, but in some cases 1, maybe a little more in some markets, you are already in the black with the plan. So it's a great program. AMC did not have to do this. It does devalue the movie-going experience, which was what AMC tried to avoid from the very beginning. So there's that. So I'll be back eventually once we get to the actual surge pricing model that MoviePass will be rolling out. But for now, this is just a video on the whole AMC Stubs A-List. It definitely passes my sniff test, and even though I have not used it yet, I have read reviews from people who have already gone and used it since Tuesday, and it seems to be as seamless as it seems, where you can just do it all on the app, go in and see the movie theaters. They may or may not check your ID, but the fact that it's AMC also means that they're going to police it better because it's their own program. It's not like MoviePass where you can sort of scan a ticket, then give it to somebody else or something like that as long as you took a photo of it. All these other methods that you can cheat MoviePass. With AMC, you don't want to risk buying a ticket for a friend and then having them either log in, give them your login credentials, or somehow get a print ticket, because they will sometimes check at the ticket taker, may check tickets for ID. So that's one thing that may be a negative, but it's also positive as far as AMC being able to police the plan because they have the incentive to do so, which technically they don't care about MoviePass. So that's it. That is this edition of MoviePass Monday on a Thursday. And this is Moon Pie's Enjoy the Movies. There are so many cool now bargain-priced ways to enjoy great movies. And now with AMC Stubs A-List, and eventually, ideally in July, sometimes MoviePass adding the IMAX and the 3D screenings that you can then pay a little bit more for. The values are there to now see premium screenings. And I guess this is good news for Real D, the company that does the 3D products, and definitely good news for IMAX. But good news for you, consumer who likes to see these big summer-sized movies and these big super-sized experiences. This is Moon Pie's MoviePass Monday on a Thursday. Out.